I keep trying to explain to women in 2026 that looks are not everything. Money isn't everything. Men are walking away from the women here because they are extremely difficult to work with, and you will never get her to be traditional because it's impossible. Women nowadays live off of the internet. The influences from the internet and from personalities, from celebrities, from artists, it's too overwhelming. Women are naturally followers in nature, except instead of men, they follow what they see on TV or on the internet. That makes it harder for men to deal with. So, in this economy, yes, beautiful women everywhere are single. Men are not. We have girlfriends, we have wives. The reason that the women are single now is because, I mean, look, just to put it frankly, um, your history is too extensive for anybody to risk being that embarrassed publicly because he picked, the woman he decided to brag that he's with. It's too risky. We now have social media that goes back to 2012, right? So you meet a woman and you announce to your family this is your significant other, and you tag her on Facebook or whatever social media platform, and everyone's going to do something that people do, which is they go back in time. We can now see your exes, we can see your abortions, we can see your engagements, we can see your pain, your anguish, your tears, your thoughts, your old pictures, your phases. Everything about your past disqualifies you because it's embarrassing to us here in the future. A woman's past matters. And unfortunately, that is a disqualification if it's a man that has options. Now, there are men who are just getting out of prison. They don't have very many options. They have to deal with certain types of women. But believe me, as soon as he gets on his feet and he gets his life together, he will choose somebody with less history and less baggage. That's a huge problem. So yeah, these women are beautiful, but she's been beautiful for the past 15 years. Do you know what these other men were doing to her 15 years ago? And they didn't marry her. So why should you? I lead the conversation with that just so we can watch this video and put things in perspective. Because she's a very pretty girl, but she just doesn't get it.
Y'all, I really don't understand why there's so many beautiful women in Cleveland single. Like, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? We have cars, houses, businesses, no kids, one kid, active.
How you go from no kid to one kid? And that's the thing, the fact is that when we meet a woman that has children, we know that another man shot her club up, and we start to imagine the fact that another man used to just have his way with her, and then when he was done, he kicked her out of the house and said, "Get out of my face." He didn't want her. She looked just as good, and she was younger, and even he didn't want her. He knew he could do better. So you are settling if you want to take his baby mama off the market. It's not going to happen. It's not realistic. They're there for recreational use only. Just as the truth of the matter. Does that mean I don't like baby mamas? No, that doesn't mean I don't. There are women sometimes that I still hook up with that have kids. No, that have a kid. I haven't slept with a woman that had more than one kid in years. It's just not a thing that I do. I don't even meet women that have more than one kid. I don't even meet women with kids anymore. I just kind of try to avoid that whole demographic. It's too many problems because yeah, the ex-boyfriend or whoever, they come back around, but also these women have histories. You got to think about it. Her history doesn't matter. All we care about is how she looks until you find out, man, I've been seeing her now for 6 months. Man, I've been messing with her now a year, messing with her now a year and a half, now 2 years. And now people are starting to notice the pattern of seeing you guys together, and they're asking you about marriage. And then she starts looking at you about marriage. And we know that nowadays they expect every man to be a millionaire or a billionaire, to pay everything, to buy all these things, to jump through all these hoops. That's the internet talking. In the real world, marriages are not about everything that you can get from a man. It's give and take. It's a balance. And that's the issue is, especially with so many women coming from broken homes, when you meet somebody that comes from a home that had parents that were married, there's an obvious reality shift that you don't understand. She is looking, the only thing she knows about marriage and reality is what she used to watch on the Cosby Show or some other fictional relationship on television. But you had your parents in your life and your parents were married. You understand that in real life, it's nothing like on TV at all. Marriages are, it's work. It's a job. It's not just, oh, let me just stay in this until I'm happy. Happiness is not even one of the top 5 things that you're supposed to get. If anything, it's a duty to the family. It's an expansion of the family. You get married so that you can have kids, and then you kind of merge your family and her family together. That's what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be about, well, I'm with this person until I don't like them no more, and then I go meet someone else. Women who look good like this, everything is shallow, everything's superficial. Men understand that. We know that women that look like her, that are American, no matter her racial background, a pretty American girl will leave you. And she will expect you to give her money to maintain her lifestyle, even when you're not together. We've seen it happen to too many men publicly. So we do something called MGTOW, which is men going their own way.
You know what I'm saying? Beautiful inside and out, and yet single. I know women personally who have all these things and they're single. Like, it can't be all of us having the same problem. Like, y'all men in this generation are not getting with the program.
No, we are with our own program. We are the ones who work. We are the ones who have money. We are the ones that have options. See, the world has gotten a lot smaller the past 10 years. It's closer for me to fly to Colombia to see my other girlfriends than it is for me to fly to Los Angeles right now. I'm closer to Colombia than I am to New York. I'm closer to Costa Rica than I am to Atlanta. I'm better off going to another country where women appreciate men, where women are traditional. The women here in the United States do not appreciate men. They don't love men. They don't love you. They barely like you. They're all only using you until she meets someone better. None of these women are meeting a man and saying, you know what, I'm done. Throwing in the towel. I'm sticking with him no matter what. No matter what happens, that's my man. That's my husband. Even when they're not married. That's the only way you're going to get a man's attention is when you say, look, no matter what you do, I'm staying with you. Yeah, you might cheat. Yeah, you have another kid. As long as you're with me and we're together, I'm not going anywhere. There is that level of dedication and devotion it's not realistic no more. People say, well, Rico, you have a girlfriend. You have these different women. It's because I literally pit women against each other. Yes, I have a girlfriend. Yes, I have another girlfriend. Yes, I have another girlfriend. Do I lie to any of them? Never. Do they all know what the other ones look like? Absolutely. Do I bring them all together and we all go to dinner? Of course. Do we all get drunk and go back to my house? Yes. And guess what? The only reason they're with me is because of the competition. Do you understand the kind of games you got to play nowadays to keep women even interested? I know some of the women that we meet, they got a husband at home, bored to death. He's boring. She knows he's not going anywhere. He doesn't drink. He doesn't want to party. You know what she does? She leaves him at home with the kids and she goes out and she wilds out. I just had a girl I was dating that got mad at me. She's in a relationship or married. Sure, she is mad at me about someone she's seen on my social media. Is she mad enough to leave me alone? No, she likes it. She likes just women dealing with women it requires a level of insanity yourself. They love pain. They love disappointment. They love being jealous. They love feeling alive. Every sense I just named is a feeling that you feel when you're alive, not when you're dead. See, when you're dead, you're content. You're sitting at home. You're in bliss. You're sleeping forever. You're a dead person. But when you want to feel alive, that requires a little bit of turmoil. That requires pain. That requires sadness, that requires fear, that requires jealousy. All those different things are feelings that men, we don't want. We want to reject. Women say they reject it, but they only respond to those feelings. Yeah, I have different girlfriends, but it's like they're all in a competition. Like, whichever one of us gets so mad about his other girls that we break up with him, loses, and the other girls win. I'm not going to let these other two win. So they stick around me until the other one flinches. It's kind of like playing chicken every day. I understand that. But yet, if I broke up with two of the girls and said, I'm just going to stick with just one of them, you give her a month, she's going to be sneaking out to go cheat. That's just how it works. Men understand that. Some men don't want to do that. I understand how the game goes. I play it. Other men are like, look, there are traditional women in other countries who want a man to take care of them. Okay, what's the difference between them girls in the US? It's the same thing, except at 1/10 of the price. And there's no financial incentive for a woman that you marry in another country to break up your family and leave, because she's not going to get alimony in another country. She's not going to get child support. It's in her best interest to work things out with you. In the United States, it's in her best interest to literally not work things out with you and to try to sue you for child support or alimony. Men have figured this out. Men have gone their own way. It's not that we've walked away from women. We just walked away from American women, and we deal with women in other countries. And we've all learned from other men who are older than us. The first rule of Fight Club is you don't speak about it. So the first rule of being happy with a woman in another country, you never bring her to this one. So that means that the women in this country are so fucking cooked mentally. One conversation with your girl would literally spread a virus to her mind, and her brain will melt like you fucking put it in a microwave, and then she's cooked. Then she's done. Now you're back to square one. You got to get rid of her and get another one. So to basically ensure there's going to be longevity, you have to leave her in her home country. You have to commute there. Just like if you're a man, but you work in Chicago, but your family is in Washington State, it's the same thing. You go home to your family, but you work in the city. It's the same difference. Men have options. You don't have to go to South America. You can go to Vietnam, Da Nang. You can go to the Philippines. You can go to Thailand. You can go any other country besides a Western English-speaking country, and you are going to be a king. You will be treated like a king. We don't even argue with these women. She's wondering all these questions. No man is going to bother to tell her because we don't care about them enough to tell them anymore. We told you once. Just like when Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. I said what I said already once. I'm not going to say it again. Why am I going to repeat myself? Just rewind back what I said, play it back in your head. You want to hear it again. We told these women there are better options. We have more options than you. We have more options than you. You, with all your beauty, you are potentially a headache. There are other men that met you and slept with you before me. He left for a reason. I have to learn from his mistakes. He didn't just leave you alone because you're just a great, loyal, beautiful woman. He would have never left. Men don't throw women like that to the left. They throw you away when there's a good reason. And again, we know your history, and it's too much for a lot of men to deal with. They just, the insecurity, the jealousy, knowing that you used to be somebody's little jump off a few years ago, or this guy, that, bro, it's just too much. Anything over 2 or 3 men, and you live in the United States, and I can go back and see your history, and one of my friends can see you and chuckle when we walk in together, that's too much. I don't care how beautiful you are. Men just don't want to deal with that no more. And the beautiful thing about being a man now is that we don't have to. See, if you're an American, right, you have access to anything you want. So you can work as hard as you want, and you can go to where you want to be. Not where you're tolerated, but where you're celebrated. In the United States, we're not tolerated. Every woman in the United States pretends that every man is rich. Every man is successful. Every man got this and got that. They're wrong. They're lying. They're full of shit. And they get on the internet. They make these videos. And then men are like, what are they even talking about? There's not that many even available men that are doing this. And there's not that many. But you know what? Since you guys want to pretend that we are a dime a dozen and we're not special, I can go to another country where I'm treated like I'm special. I'm treated like my worth. It doesn't matter if you don't agree with it. You're a woman. We're literally trying to avoid you. You're an American woman. We are trying to get away from you anyway. You don't have to like it. We didn't ask you for your permission. We didn't ask you to give us a green light. We just left. That's why you're single and we're not. Or we don't need to have a woman in the United States for it to count. We don't need to have a woman that speaks English for it to count. Actually, we don't really want to hear what you guys have to say at all because it's usually a complaint or some form of begging. At least now when these women beg, you got to beg me through a WhatsApp and a translator. I don't have to, and you're not going to call me all types of names if I say no and put me on the internet. Because guess what? They don't follow people in the US. People in the US don't follow them. Completely separate. It doesn't get any better. That's why I'm saying there's beautiful women in the United States. How can you be ugly in a country where cosmetic surgery is everywhere? Contouring with makeup and nobody has to be ugly anymore. All these women are beautiful. Even when their genetics are fucked up, with enough surgery, you can look like a baddie. You don't have to look like a Jenner. You can be a Kardashian. You can literally get all that surgery done. And you can be, and find men see through that. We don't like it. We think it's fake and disgusting. And we choose to deal with women in other countries that praise us, not just tolerate us. That's just it.
Y'all not getting with the program. Y'all want princess treatment too. There cannot be two princes in a relationship. It can't. You can't.
Yeah, this is when she starts to cope and starts to say, oh, men want flowers, men. And no man's asking her for that. But she's trying to figure out why every time somebody gets a taste of her vagina, they don't want it anymore. Like they want it once, maybe even twice. But are they willing to spend money on it? No. Are they willing to marry it? No. Are they willing to take it out? And no. Are they willing to listen to her complain and get mad and get an attitude and her drinking problem comes out? No. No. And I swear, I'm 10 years ago, this was not the case. 10 years ago, it was not like the way it is now. Men were still putting up with bullshit. Men were still moving women into their house while he pays all the bills. I don't know any guys doing that right now. All my friends here in the United States, whether I'm in Arizona, Texas, California, they've all recently figured out that other countries is the move. Yeah, we still live in our cities, but we play abroad. We don't go to clubs. We don't pop bottles no more. We feel stupid spending $500 on a bottle and a section to sit in the club for 2 hours. $500, I can literally fly back to another country for a fucking week. Why would I spend $500 for 2-3 hours in a club in one night? Who am I trying to impress? A bunch of women who look really good, but all these other men in my city done slept with them. All these other men done been with them. What is so impressive about that? That's horrible. I go to these other countries. Yeah, these women have other men and yada yada, but guess what? I don't know them. They don't live in my city. And as far as I'm concerned, she acts like I'm the only man on earth. I like that. Oh, but Rico, don't they do this and that? Don't they, bro? They rob dudes in Atlanta. It was a dude that just got killed by 2 girls in Vegas that he took to his room. It's the U.S. is far more dangerous than traveling to these other countries. And you get way less bang for your buck here. We used to spend all our money on cars and rims to attract women. We used to go to dangerous ass clubs where we might get killed or we might get into a fight just to meet these really good looking women. We used to literally put ourselves and our freedom in harm's way every day just so we can have access to beautiful women in the US. We don't have to take those risks anymore. We don't have to even do that. We don't have to stay here. We don't have to settle for this. And we don't, which is why you see women that look really pretty like this. But think about it. She's older. She probably has a kid, maybe 2. Why would you want to play some other man's saved game? You look like an idiot because the kids aren't going to respect you because nobody likes a simp. And the woman's not going to respect you because she's going to know you're a simp. Oh, you're going to take care of me and my kids? I'm going to say I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, you're a simp. You want another man's seeds? Gross. But you're a means to an end because you pay bills and you give her money. I'm sorry. Go your own way, do better. But even a woman like her can't find a man to trick anymore. It used to be a bunch of suckers everywhere. It used to be one born every day, they said, or every hour. Not anymore. Because if that was the case, all these women wouldn't be single. All these women are single because the men have better options elsewhere. They don't even want to deal with these women no more. I'm proud of the men nowadays. I hated all that simp shit. I don't, like I said, I don't even know one dude that's paid a woman's bills or paid another woman's rent for a place he didn't live. I haven't seen a guy trick off rent on a woman in 3 years, 4 years. I haven't seen it happen.
Can't want flowers too. Leave that to us. Can we? You know what I'm saying? You want to get your nails done. You want to get your hair done. You want purses. Can we have something to ourselves? All right. Before y'all get on my neck, let me just say this. Real women know how to treat their man. We study y'all. I don't know if you know this, but we study y'all.
Then you need to go back to school because you have not studied men well enough to keep one. If you study men so much, you should have 4 men all proposing to you right now, ready to fight each other to the death for your favor. But you have 0. So you know what that means? You did bad in school and you're doing bad in life as far as men are concerned because you were horrible at studying because you don't. Well, your results show that you were not studious.
You feel me? We know exactly what you like and don't like. We know men want to be respected. We know men want to be appreciated. We know men like thoughtful gifts. We know that. You know what I'm saying? However, you cannot be in your.
We don't like women that say, you know what I'm saying? You sound like a fucking man. You sound like a rapper. You sound like some man in front of a New York deli smoking a Black and Mild. You know what I'm saying? Men like women that are girls, that are girly, not men with vaginas, that which is what you sound like right now. That's another big problem. Black culture removed American culture. So basically, no matter what race of woman you date in the US, you're dating a black girl, and that makes those make the worst wives, which is why we now leave the country. Because even the white girls are black, even the Spanish chicks are black, the Asian girls are black, everybody's black. And black women are not, what are they known for? Destroying your family, destroying your mental health, not being able to, no family unit, nothing at all traditional. So no, that's why we have to leave.
Soft boy era where you want flowers. You feel me? Where you want us to be outside with a boombox saying we love you. Where you want to get proposed to. Like, we not doing that. You feel me? We not. Like, we just want traditional men to come back to 2026. We want you outside.
You guys do way too much lying and cheating. This is the information age. We know you're a cheater. We know you're a liar. You'll get with a man that loves you to death. The first chance you get to go cheat and sneak and have some fling with a celebrity or some athlete or whoever, you're going to go do it. You're not going to say no. You're not going to turn it down. We know you lie. We know you cheat. There's no way in hell nobody's going to be traditional for a woman who's a known liar and cheater. We have your Facebook. We saw that you were lying and cheating on a man and crying about it 6 years ago. We seen the post. We're not going to tell you because we're still just sleeping with you. But when you start to try to press us for more than just some sex stuff, well, then we got to remind you that we don't want any parts of it. We know too much about you. You don't deserve a traditional man. You wouldn't know what to do with them anyway. All you're going to do is lie and cheat and sneak and go fuck with some guy named Rico. No.
Grilling. You feel me? We want you outside changing our oil because I'm tired of paying. Real men. We need you 2026.
If I was you, I wouldn't throw away that Jiffy Lube punch card. Keep it. No one's coming to change your oil. No one's going to help you change your tire. Unfortunately, your female counterparts have made us look like fools for wanting to help you. Men used to only get in relationships with single mothers or older women because we felt sorry for you, because we used to think the world was harsh and hard, and you being a gentle little flower, you need protecting. But with equality comes with a shift in how we look at you. Women have convinced us that they are also men. They are our equals. And I don't feel sorry for other men. Therefore, I don't feel sorry for you or your situation, no matter how many kids you got. But depending on how good you look, you can be a princess for a night. All you can eat, all you can drink for the night. And after we get it in, which that comes with the princess treatment, then you can get it out. Out my face, out my car, out my house. And then that's it. And if I want to party again, which I'll hit you up, but am I going to be your man? No. Am I going to claim you? Hell no. So all the men that used to sleep with you in your city, can laugh at me when they see me walking with you at the mall or when we're out to dinner or you giving hugs to the security guard. No way. We're not doing that. Those days are over. We don't even have to, bro. Most men I know nowadays, they don't even have stress no more because all we do is work and then we fly to another country. One of my good business partners right now is blowing up my phone. I was supposed to be there today, but I'm probably gonna leave over after the weekend. But he's like, I'm on the beach right now, bro. I got the other two girls. They just got here. They flew in from another city. Well, where are you at? And I'm like, shit, I'm still in the U.S. They've all given up on the women in the States. We all have serious relationships abroad. We're not single. We're just not telling you about these other women that we're with. So you're single and you're wondering, you're thinking it's 1-to-1, 50% men, 50% women. 50%, so the men must be single if the women are single. Wrong. We have 192 countries full of women to choose from. We can fly to anyone we want to, and we're Americans. That means we're at the top of the food chain. Women, if you're an American, that puts you at the very bottom because you're expecting people to treat you to stuff. But remember, you're in the United States, so you make more money than everybody around the world. There's nowhere you're going to go where people are going to say, oh, let me give you an American some money. And it's going to be, no, when you show up, they're expecting you to pay for it. I know some girls that just went to Ghana. Our queens are getting their pockets ran in Ghana. They're literally having to pay for everything. And guys are bringing their buddies. Like, I got this American girl. She's going to take us out to eat. And you're over there thinking you're going to do better than over here. And you're just getting over there getting ran through. And you got to pay for everything. So you might as well just stay here, figure it out. But give up on those ambitions of being somebody's wife. You be honest, you weren't even raised to be a wife. You never qualified. So, but you were raised to be pretty and look good. You're not even that smart, but you do look good. So as long as you keep those looks, you'll be good enough to sleep with. But those ambitions of suckering some man to be dumb enough to marry you so that you can just divorce him in 3 years and try to get him for some money or make him pay for a kid that he doesn't even got to see anymore, those days are over. We're past all that abuse. We've learned from our mistakes. We learned from the mistakes of others, and that's out. Let me know your thoughts on the topic, the single boyfriend, on YouTube. Follow the channel. Thanks, and I'll see you guys again with another topic in about 20 minutes. Cheers.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.